Once we got there, got our transformer hung, then we were going to start stringing secondary wire to all of the buildings. And then once we got to the buildings, then you go inside and you'd hang a breaker box and pretty much 2 outlets, 2 light switches, 3 or 4 lights, 2 lights inside of a building, and then maybe a couple on the outside. So it's kind of a start to finish type of a thing. Build the primary in, and when we got done, it was turn the light on, the light bulb came on. Every day we would have a meeting and try to get our day laid out for us, who was going to do what or what we were going to tackle, which always started out great, but because of the weather we were dealing with and other obstacles, that would change in a hurry. So the nice thing about it was you got an experienced bunch of guys there who can kind of change on the go and make it work. So we were kind of piecemealing it. Basically what we tried to do is start at the top, and we kept working our way down in towards the village. The road conditions where we were at, it was a pretty rough ride all the way in there. Once we got to where we could see the village, then the path really narrowed down as more of a motorcycle or a horse path, basically just wide enough to barely get our trucks down through there. And once it would start raining, it just turned slippery. Scary slippery. A couple times we pushed it and thought, we'll work a little longer, we'll be fine getting out of here. It's probably the most scared I've ever been in a vehicle in my life, getting back out of there. We were trying to push vehicles uphill just to keep them, you couldn't keep them on the road. I think the villagers were excited to have us there. A little reserved, but way more than willing to help or anything we needed. They kind of follow us around. If we needed something, they helped us that way. But yeah, I think they were happy to see us there and what we were doing. I mean, these guys are grabbing wire and going straight down a mountainside, almost on the run, and then up the other side, pulling wire out for us. I'd never seen anything like it before. So towards the end of the project, we're down in the village. We'd fired everything up and all of our climbing gears in the village in our bags. And now we're thinking, well, we got to hike out of here up this mountain with all our stuff on our backs. So I saw the guys with the motorcycles there, and hey, I'll give you 20 bucks American if you put my climbing bag on your bike and haul it out of here. Oh yeah, they were all about that. So they hauled out 14 bags. They'd strap them on the motorcycles, and it was muddy. They were pushing them to get them out of there, but by the time we'd hiked out, all of our bags were in the back of the truck waiting for us. So best 20 I ever spent. Living conditions up there in the village, I would say, it was dirt paths. All of the huts were dirt floored. Everything was dirt floored. For the most part, 99% of them were really tidy though. They were swept out, the beds were made, it was neat in there. One of the huts I was working in, I could hear something. And here comes a hen out from underneath the bed with all of her chicks, and out the door they go. Right now, it's mainly the little boys that go to school. The little girls have to stay with mom and help throughout the day. It's, making their tortillas, getting stuff. So their workload is pretty heavy. Now, just by bringing a little electricity in there, you can get some electric grinders or different things that'll make it easier, a little more free time. Now those girls can go to school as well. I think we gave out, if I'm not mistaken, 32 water filters, or basically a bucket with a filtering system in it so they could run their water through and have some clean water. I can remember at one point sitting in the back of that truck getting beat up, and everything we're going through, I thought to myself, I don't think I'd do this again. And then once we got towards the end and you were seeing it come around, or you had some time to sit back and reflect a little bit, I'm like, I'd go in a heartbeat. I'd go back, absolutely.